I wish to express my heartfelt condolences
Yes.
to all the
Barely 24 hours after the horrific army jet crash that took the life of Nigerian Chief of Army Staff Ibrahim ATTAHIRU, 6 senior officers and 4 crew members, their remains were laid to rest respectively. But what shocked Nigerians the most was that neither President Buhari nor his Vice President Osibanjo were present at the mass funeral, despite media reports claiming that Buhari was in Abuja during the time of the mass burial. General ATTAHIRU passed away alongside 10 others on Friday, May 21, 2021 in an Air Force military aircraft crash at the Kaduna International Airport. He was on an official trip from Abuja to Kaduna and slated to attend the passing out parade of 80 recruits regular intake at Depot Nigerian Army, Kaduna on May 22, 2021 when he met his untimely death. According to the report, the fatal crash, which resulted in an explosion, happened after the aircraft landed at the airport around 6 p.m. and the defense headquarters revealed the bad weather was responsible. As expected, President Buhari and other top government officials expressed shock and sorrow over the death of ATTAHIRU. Still, Nigerians, especially the Southerners, do not seem to share in their grief. The majority, via social media, celebrate and rejoice over the untimely death of the Chief of Army, saying that he only paid the ultimate price of karma. This is because ATTAHIRU had declared hours before his death that over his dead body will the Biafra Republic and Oduduwa Nation emerge as new countries. Surprisingly, it happened just like he said. Interestingly, in another twist, some Nigerians, especially politicians, believe that ATTAHIRU's death is unnatural and may be connected to the ongoing $1 billion arms deal probe by the House of Representatives and the recent report on the death of Boko Haram leader Abubakar. So, this begs the question, is Ibrahim ATTAHIRU's death natural? Is it a result of karma? Is it connected to the death of Boko Haram leader or connected to the $2 billion arms deal probe? Hello guys, it's T-Code here for African Glitz.
I present myself as your Chief of Army Staff. You get to meet you and you get to know me as well.
The late Lieutenant General Ibrahim ATTAHIRU met his untimely death at 54 in an aircraft crash in May of 2021. At the time of his death, the Army General, who hails from Doka in Kaduna State, served as the 25th Chief of Army Staff of the Nigerian Army. He was appointed to the position by President Buhari on January 26 of 2021 following the retirement of his predecessor, Tukur Yusuf Buratai. Before he accepted this promotion that eventually claimed his life, ATTAHIRU, who has been in the Nigerian Army since 1984, served as the General Officer Commanding Division 82 of the Nigerian Army. ATTAHIRU had only served as the Chief of Army Staff for 4 months when death came knocking on his door in the form of an aircraft crash. While one cannot say that he left an indelible mark during his time, he did have a track record, howbeit good or bad. Following his appointment, ATTAHIRU declared the commitment of the Nigerian Army to the total annihilation of the Boko Haram terrorist group. In several communiques after, he declared that the Nigerian Army had defeated Boko Haram fighters, even though citizens and soldiers experienced even more attacks from the insurgents. In February of 2021, a military convoy was ambushed in Wulgo, killing a score of soldiers. 156th Battalion, a military base in Minok area of Borno, was also attacked by Boko Haram, where vehicles, buildings were set ablaze and about 30 soldiers killed. In what has been described as a national disaster, the Nigerian Air Force accidentally killed over 20 Nigerian Army personnel during an airstrike in Minok on April 26, 2021.
One of our gun throw a gun from Benin, Air Force don't share them. Kill all of the soldiers, now the smoke. Now the smoke in the sea so.
During ATTAHIRU's short tenure, the mastermind of the Kankara schoolboys abduction in December 2020 repented and dropped his arms, even as the Nigerian Army played a pivotal role in the rescue of the 279 Jangebe schoolgirls kidnapped in Zamfara in February of 2021. Also, the late Chief of Army Staff orchestrated the probe of $1 billion arms deal approved during the tenure of his predecessor, Buratai. To cap it all, ATTAHIRU promised that the Nigerian Army would move against separatist groups including IPOB and the Oduduwa Republic. From the news making headlines in the past months, Attahiru was doing all he can to pay the debt of his promise. He launched an airstrike against IPOB Eastern Security Network (ESN) in February 2021, killing innocent Nigerians and IPOB members. He also ordered various attacks against ESN, killing one of their unit commanders, Ikonso, and several other members. More recently, Sunday Igboho, the leader of the separatist Oduduwa Nation, declared that Southwest is no longer part of Nigeria, and Asari Dokubo announced the establishment of the Biafra customary government. In reaction, Attahiru said that over his dead body will the separatist group emerge as new nations, adding that they threaten the peace of Nigeria. Sadly, hours after he made this statement, he lost his life in a horrific jet crash. Reacting to the unfortunate incident, President Buhari expressed shock and sorrow while noting that the death of Attahiru deeply saddens him. Describing him as one of the heroes who paid the ultimate price for peace and security in the land, he prayed that his sacrifices would not be in vain. Sadly, it was no show at the General Attahiru's burial, resulting in Nigerians calling him a disgrace, including self-acclaimed Buhari tormentor Reno Omokri, who took to Twitter to shame President Buhari for not attending the funeral of his Chief of Army Staff and senior officers who perished at the military crash on Friday, May 21. Reno believes if President Buhari could fly to Paris to attend a function, he should have made it to the funeral of the military officers who lost their lives during service. Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, noted that Attahiru was a shining star whose sudden death has robbed Nigerians of an officer strong to bring terrorists to their knees while praying that God grants him eternal rest. The U.S. mission in Nigeria also describes the demise of Attahiru as a tremendous loss to Nigeria. But Nigerians, especially the Southerners, beg to differ and have been rejoicing over the death of Attahiru, saying that his death is a huge relief for the Yorubas, Igbos, and people from the south of Nigeria. According to them, it was a threat to the emergence of the Oduduwa nation and was at the forefront of persecuting agitators of Biafra, now referring to his latest statement where he declared the Biafra and Oduduwa nation emergence is over his dead body. Many Southerners on social media have claimed that his death is simply karma. While Sunday Igboho has completely snubbed the death of Attahiru and taken his agitations of Yoruba nation to Ondo State after a successful rally in Osun State, Nnamdi Kanu has sided with people who think that the Chief of Army Staff's death is karma. Referencing the recent killing of the mother of IPOB lawyer Richard Okorafor on May 20, 2021, Nnamdi Kanu wrote, "The same way he ordered the killing of Mrs. Okorafor with high explosives a few days ago is how the aircraft he was traveling in exploded in a fireball. As Mrs. Okorafor's body was burnt, so was his body burnt beyond recognition. When you say over my dead body, will Biafra exist? That is exactly what will happen to you." Mazi Nnamdi Kanu News TV also tweeted, "Ikonso was just a unit commander in ESN. Attahiru was Nigeria Army number 1. It's 100 to 1. Some other Twitter users added that Attahiru paid for his sins of years back. According to them, he commanded the Operation Python dance launched by the Nigerian Army in 2017, which saw the killing of innocent Igbo youths, mothers, fathers, siblings in the southeastern region. Still speaking of karma, other Nigerians who haven't forgotten the Lekki Tollgate massacre of October 20, 2020 have also noted that Attahiru's death may be connected to the massacre. According to them, it's not a coincidence that Attahiru passed away just a day after the monthly social media remembrance of the innocent Nigerian youths killed during the massacre. Distancing themselves from karma, some other Nigerians have now asked the Nigerian government to thoroughly investigate the aircraft crash that led to the untimely death of the Chief of Army Staff. According to them, it is suspiciously unnatural. Some say that Attahiru's dedication to eliminating terrorism and the recent report of the death of Boko Haram commander Abubakar, who by the way has been reported dead more than 8 times, may be connected. Others say that the ongoing probe of the $1 billion armed deals approved during the tenure of Tuko Buratai, his predecessor, could also be connected to his death. According to them, politicians who may be implicated in the probe orchestrated his death to prevent the truth from coming out. To further prove their point, they mentioned how former Chief of Defense Staff Alex Bade was assassinated in 2018 over a similar case. Meanwhile, in less than 24 hours, the burial proceeding of Ibrahim Attahiru, the late Chief of Army Staff, took place at the National Mosque in Abuja, and he was finally laid to rest at the National Military Cemetery on May 22, 2021. Sadly, neither President Buhari, his VP Osibanjo, or high-profile government officials attended the heartbreaking burial when members of the senior official's family cried uncontrollably. Although President Buhari is yet to reveal his plans following Attahiru's sudden death, he is still expected to replace the late Chief of Army Staff as soon as possible. Interestingly, Nigerians are watching if it's going to be another Northerner. Do you think the late Chief of Army Staff had a great track record during his brief 4-month tenure? Would you say his death is a direct result of karma? Or would you agree it is connected to the recent report of the death of Shekau, Boko Haram leader, or connected to the ongoing $1 billion arms deal probe by the House of Representatives? Lastly, do you think President Buhari will immediately replace Attahiru with another general from the north? Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like, and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more well-researched African stories and news we know you'd like. Click on the bell sign to be notified every time we upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.